Imagine this. Two friends start their careers on the same day. Same salary, same lifestyle, same dreams. One of them decides to invest a small amount every month. Nothing crazy, just a simple, boring habit. The other one says, "I'll start later, when I earn more." Fast forward 5 years. Both are earning more now. Both are working hard. But somehow their financial lives look completely different. One feels stuck, constantly chasing money. The other feels ahead, calm, in control. Not because they earned more, not because they got lucky, but because of one small decision they repeated every single month. So what exactly happens when you invest consistently for 5 years, and why does it quietly change everything? Most people think investing is about big moves. They believe you need a large amount of money, perfect timing, or some special knowledge. So they wait. I'll start when I have more savings. I'll invest when the market is right. I'll learn everything first, then begin. But here's the problem. While they're waiting, life keeps happening. Expenses grow, desires increase, and that perfect time never really arrives. At the same time, something else is happening silently. The people who started early, even with small amounts, are building something invisible. Something that doesn't look impressive in the beginning, but becomes powerful over time. And that's where most people misunderstand investing. Because in the first few months, or even the first year, it feels like nothing is happening. Let's break this down in the simplest way possible. Imagine you invest 5,000 rupees every month. Not a huge amount, not life-changing instantly. Now, in the first year, you invest 60,000 rupees total. You check your account. Maybe it becomes 62,000 rupees or 65,000. Not exciting, right? It feels slow. This is the exact moment where most people quit because their brain says, this isn't worth it. And this is where psychology comes in. Your brain is wired for instant results. You eat food, you feel full. You buy something, you feel happy. You work, you get paid. But investing doesn't work like that. It's delayed, silent, invisible. So your brain treats it like it's not working. But here's what's actually happening. Year 1, the foundation phase. In the first year, you're not building wealth. You're building a habit. And this is the most underrated part, because consistency is not a financial skill. It's a behavioral one. You're training yourself to pay yourself first, ignore short-term noise, and stay disciplined. Financially, the growth is small, but psychologically, something powerful is happening. You're becoming someone who invests. Year 2, the frustration phase. Now comes the second year. You've invested more money, but still, the results don't look dramatic. This is where doubt kicks in. You start thinking, should I stop? Is there a better option? Am I missing out on faster ways to make money? This is where most people get distracted. They jump into trading, risky investments, quick money ideas, because slow growth feels boring. But the people who continue, they unlock something important. Year 3, the shift begins. By the third year, something starts to feel different. Your total invested amount is growing, but now your returns are also starting to matter. For the first time, you might notice your money is making money. Not a lot yet, but enough to catch your attention. This is the moment where investing stops feeling like a sacrifice and starts feeling like progress. You begin to trust the process. Year 4, momentum builds. Now we enter year 4, and this is where things quietly speed up. Your contributions are still important, but your past investments are now working harder. Think of it like pushing a heavy wheel. At first, it barely moves. You push, and nothing seems to happen. But once it starts rolling, it becomes easier. That's what's happening here. Your past consistency is creating momentum, and now growth is no longer coming only from what you add, but also from what you already built. Year 5, the turning point. Now comes the 5th year, and this is where the real difference shows. Your total investment might not seem huge, but your growth curve changes. It starts to bend upward. You may notice something surprising. In some months, your money grows more than what you invested. Let that sink in. For the first time, your effort is not the only driver. Your system is working for you. And this is the turning point most people never reach because they quit too early. Inside section. Here's the deeper truth about investing. It's not about money first. It's about behavior. Most people fail at investing not because they lack knowledge, but because they lack consistency. They start and stop, chase trends, react emotionally. And the biggest mistake? They underestimate time. We live in a world that celebrates fast success, viral fame, quick money, overnight results. So when something takes years, we assume it's not worth it. But wealth doesn't work like that. It builds quietly, in the background, without validation. And that's why consistent investing feels so hard, because it doesn't reward you immediately. But here's the twist. The longer you stay consistent, the less effort it starts to feel like, because your identity changes. You stop asking, should I invest this month? And you start saying, I always invest. That shift alone changes your financial future. A simple comparison. Let's go back to our two friends. One waited, one invested consistently. After 5 years, the one who waited might finally start investing, but they're starting from zero. The one who stayed consistent, now they have a habit, a growing portfolio, and momentum. And momentum is everything, because from here, the next 5 years become even more powerful. Practical takeaway. So what should you actually do with this? Keep it simple. You don't need perfect timing, complex strategies, or huge amounts of money. You need 3 things. 1. Start small. Even a small amount matters, because starting builds momentum. 2. Stay consistent. Same day, every month. Treat it like a non-negotiable expense. 3. Ignore the noise. Markets will go up and down. People will talk about better opportunities, but consistency beats perfection. Always. And most importantly, don't judge investing based on months. Judge it based on years. Ending. After 5 years of consistent investing, you won't just have more money, you'll have something far more valuable: control, clarity, and confidence. Because you'll realize wealth isn't built in big moments, it's built in small decisions, repeated over time. So the real question isn't, can you invest a large amount? It's this: can you stay consistent even when it feels like nothing is happening? Because if you can, that's when everything starts to change.